How we doing? You ready to rock the first weekend of the push? Yeah. Here we go, baby. I'm so fired up for what's about to happen today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday. We're going to have a huge finish to this week. We've had a great start so far. There's so much hot news to promote. Check this out. Let me mute everybody real quick.
This line is now muted.
This is just a couple of offices letting me know some hot news yesterday, and it's exciting. And we have 20 offices, and I just heard from a couple, so check this out. Tyler Babbitt from Cherry Hill went 5-5 yesterday. Way to go, Tyler. Chris Brendan from the Hill got over 100 wrecks so far this week. Lyle Hubble from the Oxford office sold a homemaker plus A yesterday at a $1,600 day. Jake Cromer from Lehigh Valley sold a galley set, got 20 wrecks. Cassidy Light from Lehigh Valley sold a studio, got 20 wrecks. Look, if you're not getting 20 wrecks on at least some of your demos, you got to have a PC with your manager and find out what's going on. Charlie Jerry is at 5 field training so far for the push. He's got 3 more field training set up for today. Sabree Smith from Phoenixville leapfrogged and turned 1 demo into 2 sales yesterday, but he also phoned all day around those 2 demos instead of 22 demos yesterday. Look, you don't have to wait for some day of phoning for you to have a day of phoning. If you only have 1 or 2 appointments, make today your day of phoning. Could you set up 22 appointments today? Could you beat Sabree instead of 23, right? Katie from Phoenixville sold all the table knives to get fully sponsored for SC2. What I really love, I love that she got herself sponsored. I also love that I heard she used the money to get her purchase her sample kit. If you haven't bought your sample kit yet, there's something about telling a customer that I own Ferko too, Mrs. Jones. I believe in the product so much that I own this product myself. That really does make a difference in your presentations and your closing ratio and things like that. So keep that in mind. Well, way to go, Katie. I love it. By the way, Jess's office set up, Jess's branch office set up 47 demos at a Thursday night phone jam and team meeting, so I thought that was pretty hot. Stacey Barton from the Bucks County office sold a flatware chest yesterday. Robert Fitzgerald from the Chester County office had a $2,300 day yesterday. Garrett Serwatka, I feel like I said Garrett's name every day during this push. I think it's because I have. But great job, Garrett. Another grand day, 3 in a row. Could your name be on this hot news in the morning every day next week, every day next week? Hey, here's the saying. You know it by heart by now. Phone from the office, win the yacht. And don't leave this morning's phone time and phone jam until you get 3 lineup. And you really need to commit to phoning from the office, especially in the mornings. And I know it requires getting up early, but, Sarah Fry gets up at 5:15 to get to her office for her people. And, she gets on a train, all the whole 9 yards, So, listen, no excuses, right? No excuses. If she can do it, you can definitely do it, okay? So, no excuses. Suck it up. Let's get into the office. I lived an hour from my office, too, when I was a rep. Let's just do it. Let's just do it because when you go to work, when you physically go to work, you work, right? So, and you get stuff done. That's just how it works. Keep setting up Friday demos today. Keep setting up Saturday demos. Even these days be your biggest day. Same day demos, right? 10Kers. If you're going after 10K, even a 7K, start the habit if you haven't already of phoning before and after each demo. It'll pay huge dividends for you. Sunday is a fun day. Yacht Club, phone jam for sure. If last Sunday was the mother of all phone jams, this Sunday is the father of all phone jams, without a doubt. And I want to let you know that next week, starting Monday, so there's no call Saturday, there's no call Sunday. It doesn't make those 2 days any less important. As a matter of fact, it makes them even more important because we really need you to step up and be the hero, okay? But starting next Monday, the conference call time moves to 8 a.m., okay? The conference call time moves from 7:30 to 8 a.m., and we want to include more people on these 8 a.m. conference calls next week. So not just the Alliance, we want to get some new people involved, and we don't want to freak them out with a 7:30 start time. I know you guys are used to that, but we want to get some new people in there. We want to get some people that maybe haven't been to our phone jams, and we need your help. We want to get you to commit to coming in at 8 o'clock and give you 30 minutes less of an excuse to not be there at 8 a.m., all right? I'm just messing with you. But anyway, that's why it's an 8 a.m. start next week, and they're going to be awesome. I can promise you that. I'll be kicking off Monday's call personally. Listen, the managers, text me your midweek report. however your office is at as of last night, this morning for CPO, right? Your midweek report. Branch managers, text me that midweek report for your personal sales as well as your office sales. But listen, branch managers, listen close. I want to talk to each of you sometime today for PDI before 3 o'clock, okay? Sometime today before 3 o'clock for PDI. It doesn't matter to me when. I might not be able to answer when you call. Leave me a message on what you have going on. I'll get back to you. But managers text me a midweek report. Branch managers, I want to talk to each of you today at some point for PDI. I want to introduce our guest speaker for this morning, George Joseph Ferko V is the top district manager in the Powerhouse Division. He's top in the region. He's in the top 7 in Vector East, which will qualify him, I think, top 10 get together to this President's Leadership Summit in August. I think it's in August, or August or September, I forget. But anyway, he went last year to the Presidential Leadership. They only take the top 10 district managers, which for the summer, which I think is pretty cool. And Presidential Leadership Summit. He's leading us to greatness as a team, as a division. He's really building something special in the Delaware County office, and I'm super excited and proud to have him on our team. I'm super fired up to have him speak to you this morning. I give you George Joseph Ferko the
Thank you, John.
If you got *7,
Oh.
in order for us to hear you. I'm sorry. Yeah.
This line is now unmuted.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Epic introduction. Thanks, man.
Got it.
So I want to help you guys get to peak performance, and I wrote this as a talk that you can take notes to or not. It doesn't really matter, but either way, it's going to help you reflect, and I'm going to help you get to the next level. I'm going to help you take the next step in this push, and I'm going to help you drive yourself forward. The pursuit of your SC2 push goal is almost entirely a mental game. There's so much time, there's so much opportunity that the only real game that you're playing is a mental game. The only thing you need to focus on between now and the end of the push is reaching a state of peak performance, is reaching a state where you know you're performing at your best, where you feel your best, where you're having the most fun. And that's what I want to help you get to this morning. It's Friday. It's the day before the weekend. You've got a huge number of ways to win this weekend ahead of you. You can win it with phone time, you can win it with referrals, you can win it with CPO, you can win it with number of demos completed. There's a lot of really good quality work coming up in the next couple of days to help you set up the rest of your push. So I want you to think about, what does a state of peak performance mean for you? I want you to think about it, and if you're taking notes, I want you to write it down. What does it mean for you? What is a state of peak performance? In my mind, it's a state of emotional calmness with absolute maxed out activity. It's not stress. It's a schedule that's busier than any other schedule that anyone else could work, but it's one that I feel good about. It's one that makes me feel happy to look at it. It's one that gets me excited in the morning when I wake up and I get out of the bed. It's a state of total focus on the task at hand. Peak performance equals total focus on the task at hand. Focus on one thing at a time. That's what helps you get to peak performance. You can't ever reach your peak performance in anything if you're focusing on multiple things. The expectation that you'll always be perfect, always up, always on, it's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. It's not possible. You have to understand that there are going to be breakdowns, that there are going to be things that you do that are not one-sided. You can't be absolutely off balance, absolutely focused on just creating demos and being on the phone. But the state of peak performance in the push is about maxing out your activity regardless. It's about leading a level 10 life in all aspects of your life. Sometimes the push is about being off balance. It's about focusing more on business and making money on your professional life. But you still have to do everything that makes you happy in order to perform at your peak performance state. Peak performance is dynamic, it's not static. It goes up, it goes down. You have to be aware of that. You have to be aware of the emotional roller coaster of a push, and that's okay. As long as you're looking at your schedule every day and you know that there's no blank space there in your schedule, because that empty space in your schedule isn't free time. It's time that's being managed by someone else. It's being managed by Game of Thrones or Netflix or whatever, or lazy friends or people that you probably shouldn't be surrounded with anyway. Be aware of the food that you're putting into your body and how it impacts your performance throughout the day. Is not eating breakfast really the best idea? If it causes you to lose focus, energy, intensity, it's just not worth it. Take time to put the right things into your body in order for you to reach a state of peak performance. Don't lose control of your energy management. Drink enough water, eat enough food. It's not that hard to eat the right food to power your body. And we talk a lot about what you can put into your body with food, and we talk a lot about sleep, But are you really thinking about some of the other things that matter? Are you thinking about what you're putting into your brain? That's what puts you in a state of peak performance, is the thoughts that you tell yourself. You have to ask yourself, who are the people that I'm surrounded with? And are they feeding positive information into me? Are these people helping me reach a state of peak performance, or are they bringing me down? Sometimes you have to make tough decisions in life. And in the push, it might not be about eliminating friends from your friend group, but maybe it is about isolating yourself from others temporarily to reach a state of peak performance. See how it feels to only surround yourself with people that put positive thoughts into your brain, that help you move forward, that help you push yourself more and reach a state of greater progress in your life. What books are you reading? If you don't read, what audiobooks are you listening to? You don't even need to be able to read. All you need to do is download an audiobook. Audible will give you your first book for free. Download an inspiring book this morning for free by going to audible.com and just get the first one for free and put that information in your brain. On your drive to a demo, on your drive to the office, Vector Connect has literally hundreds, maybe thousands by now, of videos and audios of inspiring things that you can listen to and things that you want to learn. Are you in that state of constant progress? That's what peak performance is all about. What would a level 10 goal setting session look like? Do you have absolute clarity about what you're supposed to do each day? Do you have long-term clarity, medium-term clarity? Do you know why you're working? Did your manager do a why exercise with you before you started this push? If you're a manager, did you yourself do a why exercise? Are you clear on why you're here and what you're doing? If you have greater purpose, if you bring greater purpose to your push each day, then you will succeed. You can't just tell yourself, I'm going to work as much as I can. I'm going to work harder than everyone else. You have to know why you're going to do it. Your why dictates how you're going to react each day. It dictates how you're going to respond to adversity. And peak performance is about pushing through adversity. Set long-term goals, build clarity, and then break those long-term goals into small steps. Prioritize your day each day. As a group of young people, we have to realize that our professional success is what makes us unique. There aren't many people that are 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old that are out there pushing themselves. That unique experience is what will set you apart from others. It's what will keep you from joining the 400,000 waiters and waitresses that are currently working in restaurants that have 4-year college degrees, bachelor's degrees. It's what will keep you from being one of those people. Prioritize your goals. Reevaluate your tasks and schedule each day. Don't protect your phone time. Protect your phone time and make sure that you're not interfering with it. Your phone time is what leads to your success tomorrow and the next day. Not protecting your phone time is crazy. It's like basically admitting that you want to fail in the future just to feel a little bit better today. And by the way, you can have fun on the phone too. You don't need more content or information. You just need to start doing. I think that a lot of people get caught up in whether or not they're doing things the right way in the push. They start trying to relearn things and take things to the next level. And maybe you're right, maybe you do need that help. But I think for most people, a level 10 state is one where you're just doing. Learn by doing anyway, just do it. The people that win, they just do a little bit more. They work a little bit harder. They try a little bit more. They stay up a little bit later. They wake up a little bit earlier. And that's what these Alliance conference calls are about. It's about teaching you to just do it. You don't need to learn more to start living how you want to live. What contributes to peak performance for you? Your quality of sleep. Is it good? You don't need to have lengthy sleep if your quality of sleep is really high. How you're sleeping. What's the temperature of the room? What's the air condition like? The quality of food. And are you reflecting each day? Are you reminding yourself of your purpose each day? Are you using your time or are you investing it? What is the difference between using your time and investing it? An investment of your time leads to greater things in the future. An investment in your time leads to greater things in your future. The push is an investment in your time. Is an investment of your time. It's an investment in your future. It's not just something that's going to help you this week with your paycheck. It's something that's going to help you 10 years from now. It's something that's going to help you 10 years from now when you lose your job and you have a mortgage and you have 2 kids already and you have to figure out how to make money to keep them in school and keep paying the mortgage. Because it'll remind you that there is always a solution. You remind yourself of these things and you learn how to do those things right now, right here in this push. Do the things that you love and do them as much as you can. When you do things that you love, you'll be in your peak state. Plan for fun things every day. You could max out your schedule with demos each day and still have a blast every day. I know that I've been. Do 7 demos a day. Grind for 12 hours a day and then have fun. Be self-aware. That's one of our major advantages as human beings is that we're self-aware. You need to recognize your emotions and how they affect your behavior. If you're aware, you've got a shot. If you're not distracted, you can be aware. Don't distract yourself. Ask yourself, why do I feel the way that I feel now? How can I make myself feel better? Don't just be a victim to your emotions. Don't let your emotions drive your decisions. Drive yourself forward. Make decisions that drive you forward. Self-awareness is the major human advantage. It's the advantage that we have over most other species. I imagine a world where we all lose our paranoia. We have this fear, I think this natural human instinct to think that things are going to go wrong, or that people are plotting against us. I'd like it if everyone developed a serious case of pronoia. Pronoia is a delusional belief that other people are plotting for your well-being. They're saying nice things about you behind your back. The universe is planning for your success. And if you work hard enough, that doesn't need to be a delusion for you. People will elevate you if you're a hard worker. If you're pushing towards your level 10 state, people will get behind you. They'll support you. Your customers will support you. Your reps will support you if you're a manager. Your parents will support you. Your friends will support you if you live in that state of peak performance. This company, we're a group, we're a community, we're a tribe, we're a movement of people. And I think we lose sight of sometimes how important the things that we do as individuals are. Sometimes we fail to recognize how much we have to give to the world and how much other people learn from us. We need grit. Grit is having passion and perseverance towards long-term goals. Don't give up. Grit is just continuing. John D. Rockefeller, when he decided to be an accountant for more than just the produce market that he worked in, went to over 300 businesses and heard no's from all of them. And what he chose to do was go to the first business again and ask again until he got someone to say yes. Are you gritty enough to deal with 300 no's in a row? Would you be gritty enough to deal with 300 no sales in a row? Because that's the difference between the highest performers in the world and the people that give up. It's grit. It's above and beyond intelligence, aptitude. Those things don't matter in comparison to grit. Gritty people, by virtue of their interest, focus, and drive, achieve higher performance every single day. It's not about how smart you are. It's not about your life conditions, the world you were born into. It's about how hard you're willing to work, how much you're willing to focus, and how willing you are to persist through adversity. The more that you try, the more adversity that you will encounter. You must be aware of that. There are people today that will not encounter adversity. They're going to sit around, they're going to do nothing. They won't encounter adversity, they won't encounter failure, and they won't grow at all. They'll wake up tomorrow depressed because they didn't achieve anything today. I want you to think about that. What is your state of greatest unhappiness? For most people, I think our state of greatest unhappiness is when we do nothing, when we have nothing, when we have no purpose, when we have no meaning. Try doing nothing for a couple of days and see how it feels. You feel worthless. You have no value. You've added nothing to the world. You've added nothing to yourself and to the people around you, to the community around you. And as a human being, you're not okay with that. You're not okay with that. None of us are. And if the state of your greatest unhappiness is when you do nothing, then certainly the state of your greatest happiness is when you're doing as much as you possibly can. Is when you're working as hard as you possibly can. Is when you're looking at your schedule and you know that your schedule is completely maxed out with things. And you look at every single thing and you look at it and you say, that is a good thing. I'm excited to do that. That is your state of greatest happiness. When you can look at your schedule in the morning and say, I'm excited. I'm excited for the shower that I'm going to take, for the oatmeal I'm going to eat. I'm excited for the first cup of coffee that I'm going to have for the day. I'm excited for the morning conference call that I'm going to get to listen to. Man, is that a good thing. Give it your all today, tomorrow, the next day, and for every day to follow. Success is not something that you achieve. It's something that you just are. You just are in a state of success. Every day you win. And when you win every day, you feel good at the end of each day. When you go out with your friends after winning all day long, you celebrate. You're not going out to escape your day. You're going out to celebrate your victory. That's what human beings do. We fight, we win, and then we celebrate our victories. Dealing with the mental challenges of going after a big goal creates growth in yourself. Learn how to lead yourself. It's a powerful trait. Control your environment. Frustrations, obstacles, they happen. Find solutions to those things. What is the optimum level of performance for you? It's when you're achieving more, but it feels easier. You're not tired, you're filled with energy. You're excited about where you're going. That's the state of peak performance. Imagine how that will feel. Imagine how it would feel to do 50 demos in a week. You can turn it on right now. You can decide to do it right now. You've got the biggest phone times of the week coming up in the next couple of days. You can decide to do 50 demos next week. You can learn how to create conditions to make it happen more. By that I mean you're a creature of habit. Learn how to turn it on all the time. Train yourself to be in a state of constant excitement. This is what top performers do. They put themselves in positions where their best performance can come out. They put themselves in positions where they can prove themselves. And if you're here right now on this Alliance conference call, it means that you're willfully putting yourself in a position where your peak performance can come out. Follow through. Have a healthy perspective on failure. You know, don't be afraid to fail, but don't let yourself be okay with failure. Don't be afraid to fail, but don't be okay with failure. People say fail fast. You don't need to fail. Fight. Fight until you win. You're all going after a big goal. Many people start to stress at this point already, even though we're only a couple of days in, about whether or not they'll hit their goal. You could do 10K in a day. You could do 10K in a week. You could certainly do 10K in the next 13 days that we have of this push. There is no on track or off track. You're not on track or off track. Stress can create energy for you. If you feel behind on your goal, then just let your stress feed you. Stress doesn't need to be something that hurts you. Kelly McGonigal talks about in her famous TED Talk about how your stress response can hurt your health, but only if you believe that it can. If instead you let stress drive you, if you make stress force you to take action, then stress actually helps you. It helps you live longer. Statistically, you live longer if you live in that state of constant peak performance. You don't need to be in the panic zone. You can be calm, cool, and confident. You can be excited about the level of work that you're putting in. Don't be okay with failure. Hitting your goal doesn't define you, but how you go after your goal does. How you behave each and every day defines who you are as a person. Do you strive for excellence? Do you push yourself to the finish? When you have a goal, do you fight until the absolute last second? When you miss a target, do you adjust the next time? Or are you in a constant state of missing your goals because you haven't really figured it out, because you haven't decided to take the next step this time? Redefine failure. It's not missing a goal. Failure isn't missing a goal, it's giving up on yourself. That's what failure is. When you're committed to not quitting, it gets easier. When you simply know, when you commit this morning to working as hard as you can, it's easy. Because then you know that you will. When you finally see that truth, that why, that realization that you have everything that it takes to hit your goal, when you have that level of commitment, you no longer have fear that you'll miss your goal. Because you could hit your goal in the last 24 hours. You could hit your goal this weekend. All you have to do is decide to commit yourself fully to maxing out activity. Focus on opportunities and solutions. Understand that the obstacle is the way. Your ability to create solutions around those obstacles is how you will succeed. Focus on your opportunity to create solutions. Know that adversity is the only thing that truly tests your character. Without adversities, without obstacles, you would be nothing. You would achieve nothing, because there would be no such thing as achievement. The mission, the process, that's what it's about. It's about the journey. Why can I do this? Why find a way? You must understand these things. Have that find a way mentality. Don't make excuses. It takes your creative energy to make an excuse. Instead, use that same creative energy to find a solution. Get good at having fun with this process. When you're not afraid to fail, and this is all about growing, it's easier to have fun. You can have a blast as you work every day. You can have fun while you make phone calls. If you're still afraid of the phone, learn to have fun. Crack jokes. Tell corny jokes in the demo. Sometimes embarrass yourself a little bit. Have fun with other people. Connect with the people on your team. Turn your stress into growth. Some people get stressed out and some people have fun. Embarrass yourself a little bit. Have a good time. You know, in the end, your success might be measured by others in dollars, but you'll measure your own success by the changes you've made in yourself. That change comes from growth, and growth only comes from adversity and challenges. There are 3 stages of dealing with fear of failure and adversity. The first stage is the stage encountered by the weak. They run in fear, or they're paralyzed by the possibility of failure. It's human, they tell themselves. It's okay. It's okay to quit. It's not okay. Those are the weak. And then you have the average. The average learn to live with their fear of failure. They live with it every day. The strong seek out the things that the rest of us fear, because they know that overcoming them is the key to true growth and having an impact on the world. The strong in this push will be the ones that they break down all barriers. They see literally everyone that they could. They're not afraid to call anyone because they know that they'll make more calls than everyone else. They're not afraid. They're not afraid of missing their goal because they know that they'll hit it because they'll max out their activity. That's what seeking out failure is, what this quote is all about. I will do today what others won't, so I can do tomorrow what others can't. That's what that means. So seek out failure. Try your hardest. Give it your all. Stay fully committed. Focus on growth and reach your state of peak performance. Have an awesome day.
Great stuff, everyone. Hey, final couple thoughts. That was awesome. I love the idea of putting yourself in a state of success. That was a huge takeaway for me from George's talk, and that is something that really is done by choice. And I just like that concept of choosing growth, choosing to make the harder decision, deciding to thrive. Thinking like a champion is something that, as you know, is the theme of our division. Think like a champion. And I really want you to think like a champion, but to choose growth and to work. I want you to work your ass off, and I promise not to apologize for how hard I ask you to work. But that's what it takes to win. That's what it takes to hit goals. That's what it takes when you have, later in life, you're going to be in some job, there's going to be something huge on the line, and you know you're going to have to work for it or get fired. Here, there's no get fired, okay? But that pressure, and how you handle that pressure, you know, that's what George was talking about. That's up to you, right? You can let it fuel you. You can let it fire you up. And we're challenging you. We're challenging you. Even though we're not taking anything away by not hitting a goal, we want you to put that pressure on yourself to go after it because it can be a positive thing if you learn how to use that stress. So I thought that was fantastic, George. Very well said. Hey, guys, phone from the office, win the yacht. You know that. Managers, text me your midweek report. Branch managers, I want to talk to you sometime today for PDI before 3 p.m. And listen, I'm just super fired up about this weekend, where we are as a team, and where we're headed. You guys rock. See ya.